Hi, my name is Keith, and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about Bloodstone. I'm not really sure if I talked about Bloodstone in the past, but it's definitely worth talking about now or even more in the future. I'll be constantly making videos on the stone Bloodstone, which is also called Heliotrope, which I might move towards using that word in the future when talking about it because they block a lot of search results when it comes to Bloodstone. I don't know why. I don't really... I'm going to make my non-doctor medical disclaimer right now. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not telling any information in this video about physical health. I'm talking about spiritual health and the spiritual body. So yeah, there's my disclaimers because people like extra disclaimers. Like, oh, can I have it? Okay, yeah. So let me get straight into it about Bloodstone. So it's called Bloodstone for a reason. It's literally the blood of nature. It's literally, well, it's not technically the blood of nature. It's literally the fire and blood of Mother Nature, because nature has different aspects. Technically, the blood of Mother Nature is lava, but this is the blood of Jesus stone. This is the blood of Jesus in a stone. They say that this was the stone under Jesus' cross when he died, and it was just a green rock was under his cross, and then Bloodstone hit the ground, and it spawned a new stone. Now this stone, and it is very hot out here, so I will be wiping my face because I'm not going to be pouring sweat in the video. I'm waiting for the wind to pick up as well. But Bloodstone really has the blood of Jesus energy in it. It really offends lower level entities. It offends dark, just any kind of bad spirit. It will really offend and work to get rid of them. It's highly offensive towards them. When you wear Bloodstone, you will notice a lot of flies around you will be aggravated. They'll just flat out be aggravated. It means the lower level entities around you, because you're wearing Bloodstone or you have it on you, are flat out aggravated. It's literally like a spit in the face to them. It's an insult. It's a slap in the face. Because when Judgment Day comes, lower level entities will be going one place, and people who are meant to go up there will go up there. But Bloodstone is just wildfire. It's just, this stone is so, I wish more people knew about this crystal because it's one of the most powerful crystals ever. So people who get Bloodstone, people who are drawn to Bloodstone, I can tell you this right now, if Bloodstone has called out to you, if you're someone who has desire to get Bloodstone, maybe a necklace, even jewelry of it, Bloodstone, to have called out to you and to have you really been wanting to wear the Bloodstone, it makes you a very special person. It makes you a very unique person. It says that you have specific energy gifts about you that relates to fire and earth. It's literally the crystal, because the crystal just looks green. This is Bloodstone right here if you would like to see it. There will also be pictures on my website as well. Bloodstone is it's a dark green. It is a dark green color, and it's so unsuspecting that people don't... It's just like every other of the Jaspers. It's a nurturing stone, but not in the same way as any other Jaspers. I'm surprised that this crystal is in the Jasper family for how fiery and how just... It's such a wild energy stone. It literally, it'll change colors when it's at war. When your Bloodstone goes to war, your Bloodstone will turn into a greenish color. This is Bloodstone. It'll turn into a greenish color, and it's gonna turn red. It basically means like, okay, yeah, this is if you ever pay attention to the red strings that they wear in certain cultures to ward off dark entities, that means like blood is spilled. Spiritual blood is spilled. This means I'm going to war and you're not going to touch me because this is my energy, and I'm going to fight for what's right, and I'm going to fight for my energy, and I'm going to keep what belongs to me, and I'm going to attract my blessings. Bloodstone's also a very lucky stone. Bloodstone in its dark green color is still good for wealth, still good for luck, it has a different kind of luck. It basically has all this luck properties of pulling good luck to you just because it's doing so much to keep bad luck away. It literally wards off bad luck. Bloodstone's that kind of stone. It's also called Rainbringer Jasper. Now, you'll see that online. That's actually accurate. Bloodstone is so magical. It's known as the stone of seers, the stone of mystics. It has all these different powers that people don't even know about. You can use Bloodstone to spiritually change the weather, or even change your spiritual weather. So this, and like I said, this is just based off of myth and off of folktale, but Bloodstone has been used by different seers and different people, like different shamans and different magical people to call the rain. So when the people needed crops to grow, they would use the Bloodstone, and they would do their ritual in the Bloodstone when placed in the water, also called rain. You can drop it in the water as well, but if this is how you feel like you want to connect to call some rain, but Bloodstone's also very good for that reason as well. So it's called Rainbringer Jasper. If you feel like you're in an area that's completely dry and you would like to have more rain and promote more spiritual weather towards you, then you can use Bloodstone to call more rain. Now, and like I said, I'm pouring sweat. When it rains in Florida in this time of year, it gets very muggy, so I'm not gonna be calling rain right now. I'm gonna be calling more sun because the sun feels good. But Bloodstone, it's literally the blood of Jesus stone. It offends dark entities. It brings luck to you just by how powerful it is for keeping away bad luck. Bloodstone is a lucky stone when it comes to wealth and money as well, because it's of the heart chakra. You can't use this as an ankle. I remember when I put Bloodstone, because it was so dark, I'm like, okay, when I was still figuring out anklets, I'm like, I tried to put Bloodstone on as an anklet and I got super ungrounded. I'm like, oh, because it's of the heart chakra, it's not meant to be there. Sometimes Bloodstone's a stone to be overwhelming for some people. If you find that Bloodstone is too much for you, because its energies, it has to be one of the craziest stones in the entire crystal world. It's literally, if you feel like having a spiritual challenge to elevate yourself, wear Bloodstone. Especially, you can use it on your right, but if it gets too much, then you switch it to your left. You don't have to do any of that when you're wearing a necklace, because the necklace is doing the yin and the yang. That's why some of you have problems, like certain people will work with, obsidian, and they don't do it correctly. And the obsidian really, it seems like the obsidian's working against the person, but it's literally half pulling out an old wound that's stuck in the person. And the person puts down the obsidian, or they don't know how to cycle the obsidian. They don't know how to switch it to the other side. They don't know which chakra to put it on. And the person goes absolutely nuts because the obsidian's being too much for them. Now, when you wear a necklace, you don't have to worry about any of that, because it's yin and yang. It's literally on different chakras. It's doing two different kind of balancing. And it's really helping you as a necklace. I will always suggest necklaces first, because they do the absolute most. Palm stones they still help, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're flat out wasting your time. Same thing if you don't cleanse and charge your crystals, you're flat out wasting your time, because the crystals can, if they're just holding on to negative energy from you, and you're just keeping the negative energy because you don't know what you're doing, then you're wasting your time. I have very straightforward advice. I have very abstract, obscure advice that actually works. All of my advice actually works. I know what I know from helping people and from doing it myself. I am my own human guinea pig when it comes to crystals. One of the reasons I have so much information online about crystals and how powerful and how just different crystals are. So online, Bloodstone will talk about, okay, it's good for strength, it's good for tenacity, it's good for courage, it's good for feeling good. It's good for spiritual health. Your spiritual health. Disclaimer, this is not a medical video, so your spiritual chakras, your spiritual body, your spiritual, just different energy centers. So it helps your spiritual health. Bloodstone's absolutely wonderful for just feeling good. If you want to fight because someone's doing some kind of black magic on your spiritual health, then Bloodstone is going to help you on that one. So Bloodstone is the crystal of spiritual health. It is the stone of spiritual health. You can write that down. You can bookmark it. Yeah, I'm pouring sweat. It's nice and sunny. I like the sun. I'm going to be a different color by the end of this video. Oh, yeah. It's already happened. But Bloodstone, shout out to one of the people. I don't know. I haven't asked him for his permission to shout him out yet. But Bloodstone protects you of what's going on in the world as well. So even in Fort Lauderdale right now, people are going absolutely crazy. It might seem like it's the end of the world when you drive around in traffic. It might seem like everything's coming to an end and everyone's acting super crazy. It's because it is, because the end is not that far away. It's actually a lot closer than we think. And mankind is just kind of feeling that. Humans are really being tested. You either elevate or you go down. You don't stay at one vibration. You go down or you go up. You're either healing or you're either getting hurt. That's how it works. This is a spiritual war. Bloodstone means blood. It literally, it's wildfire. One thing that I've seen online that actually does work is when you put Bloodstone by water, by your bed or in different rooms, because it has a very strong water element to it. There's been different myths of you putting Bloodstone under the water in the ocean when the sun goes down and then it changes to a blood color. I haven't done that yet. It's literally a I don't want to say shape-shifting. It's literally a stone that shapes in its color. It's a very fluid crystal that just changes. It's very flexible. It's very versatile in its color. So if Bloodstone's going to war for you, if it's getting something that's going to spiritually cause some really, really bad damage to you, it's going to turn red, and it literally attacks entities. It's the stone that literally attacks entities. It will wage all-out war. It will make entities very uncomfortable. Wherever you go, you're going to notice flies are just mad at you. They're just flat out mad. And and you're like, why are these flies so angry at me? There's 100 people in public. It's because you're the one who you're putting up a protection. You have a defense. So you'll notice flies get mad at you. You'll notice birds come around you a little more because flies do represent fallen angels and the enemy. Angels do represent birds do represent angels, as I sing louder in the background now. But yeah, you're gonna notice more birds, and sometimes you might notice flies because everything's always watching. You have to keep that in mind. But Bloodstone just is wildfire against negative energy. Literally, when people try to do something bad with you and you have Bloodstone around, they're going to feel like every single chakra is on fire. So you'll feel like every single chakra is on fire when you first put it on, because it's cleansing your chakras with fire. It's literally purifying them. It is a very fire element and water element stone at the same time. Bloodstone will do the absolute most. It will just, like I said, if you're someone who Bloodstone really calls out to and you feel really attracted to Bloodstone, you have a very special gift set about you, because not many people are really called to Bloodstone. So that's one way when someone asks me for Bloodstone, or someone asks to get Bloodstone from me, I just know that person's flat out special. Like, I don't really say that about too many other crystals, but if you really can bypass the appearance of this crystal's energy and realize what it really does just by intuition, your intuition is pretty high. I'm going to tell you that right now. So if you've asked me for Bloodstone in the past, this video does apply to you. If you wear a Bloodstone necklace, you are the warrior. A necklace of Bloodstone was worn by the Romans, worn by the ancient Egyptians. This crystal in particular has an oppression, what do you call it? Basically, it's like a battering ram. So it was believed that the ancient Egyptians used it in their battering rams because its energy literally batters. It literally pulverizes negative energy to a pulp. If there's a door between you and success, or an enemy is acting like a door, the enemy is going to feel it. Anyone doing anything with you with Bloodstone on, it's going to feel like they just got hit by a truck and then set on fire spiritually. Not physically, because this is not a physical video, but yeah. Some of the cool legends about this is that you can, back then, ancient Egyptians in battle, when they would get cut and slashed by swords, they would take the Bloodstone and press it on their wounds, and it would heal them of wounds. I'm not going to scientifically back that. Science did make a statement about that, saying, oh, the reason it worked is because of the cooling temperature of the stone. But you can do more research into that on yourself. I can't really talk about that for too long. Science has addressed it. This is not a physical video, so there's my disclaimer. It's just a cool fact. It's also used for invisibility. So Romans would use it especially as a necklace, just as they called it ornaments at the time in the original languages. They called it an ornament of jewelry. But they would wear it into battle, and it would allow them truly to be sneaky. So you can actually turn invisible by wearing Bloodstone. I tell people this, and people who are meant to hear it will get the information from it, but when you're wearing Bloodstone, especially as a necklace, you can use it as bracelets on each side. You literally can talk to your angel or angelic guide and be like, hey, can you please cloak my entire energy field in my aura with this Bloodstone? Please make me invisible to this person. You look down, you don't look at the person, and you're going to be invisible. You're going to walk past the person and no one's going to notice you. You can walk through a crowd of people you know, and not one person's going to recognize you. Don't sleep on Bloodstone. Don't physically sleep on it. Don't underestimate the stone in any way. If you think you know about crystals, try Bloodstone, or at least meditate with Bloodstone. It puts off some of the heaviest fire just to protect you, just to really preserve your blessings. It attracts luck in the form of just helping you get past negative energy. Like this stone, it's hard to describe how powerful. Like literally, this stone is like a dragon breathing fire. If you ever watch Game of Thrones, when the dragon is flying over the wall or whatever, and it's just setting the wall on fire, Bloodstone is this energy. It's literally certain people, Bloodstone will be too much for. So the energy of Bloodstone will be too much for certain people. If it feels like it's too much, keep working with it, because it's actually doing a job. Switch it to your right side the most if you're just using a palm stone. That's why I don't recommend palm stones for healing, because you guys don't know how to use them. It's completely useless if you don't know what you're doing at all. But that's why I suggest it as a necklace, is because when you wear it as a necklace, and Bloodstone it can be easy to get as well. I hope they're not faking Bloodstone. I've seen them fake Tiger Eye, and I've seen them fake so many other different crystals, but truly, when it comes to Bloodstone, this stone is literally fire. You wear Bloodstone alongside black tourmaline, you're not gonna see your enemies. They're just not gonna come around anymore. They won't bother you. They'll just disappear. I can't, like, it's really, this stone, there's so much fire about it. It's just, when I describe its energy in the most simple way, it's just fire. If you don't believe that, when you wear the stone, it'll change color, which its name Heliotrope literally means color changing. It's because when it means business, you've never seen so much fire come from a stone. Like, it's hard to describe it. It's just so strange, and the way it just, like, the stone has like a somewhat of a dark history behind it. It's kind of like a gloomy stone because of the blood of Jesus energy on it, and like the energy of when he passed and the people being kind of sad. But literally, what did certain even in Persia, they talked about certain stones such as onyx. You use your darker aspects, you confront them, especially with this bloodstone, and it makes you stronger. It fortifies your defenses. It literally, if you thought you've seen crazy and crazy powerful, try Bloodstone, try Heliotrope. This is the same stone as Bloodstone. It's a jasper. It has nothing to do with any of the other jaspers and energy. It's nurturing on the fact that it'll make you stronger, it'll make you go longer. It makes you a warrior. This is the warrior stone. Hematite is the warrior stone as well, but Bloodstone is on the level of hematite, but it has more fire than hematite. It's just, hematite's a very earth energy. Bloodstone, whew, just like the sunny and hot day it is now, that's what Bloodstone is. Bloodstone is fire upon anything that is trying to take you down. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!